2022 Spider-Man medal is dropping on Upper Deck EPACK at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 14th of September 2022. That was way sooner than expected. What's up guys, Cowboys here, back in another video where I talk about cards, money, investing, and today we're going to talk briefly about this latest EPACK drop by Upper Deck for Spider-Man Metal, right? So first of all, everyone in the Marvel space knows about Spider-Man Metal, which is released roughly about a month ago, and we've seen lots and lots of content on YouTube, box breaks, lots of massive hits, and lots of goodness, right? I love all of the contents, Spidey hits, box breaks after another. It's just amazing stuff. And I also did a subsequent video on the secondary values of the PMGs specifically, and to talk about the prices and how crazy those prices are. Okay, and now we got EPACK coming. So before we talk about further, about what the implications of this EPACK drop, quick crash course about EPACK. So EPACK's Upper Deck's digital store for its products, mainly they comprise of Marvel, hockey, esports. Now, what's unique about this digital store is that you can actually redeem the physical cards. You have to go through COMC, but then you can actually get the physical cards delivered to your doorstep. So, and of course, being digital, you can purchase this product anywhere, right? Through your phone, through your computer. Not necessarily have to drive down to the store, to your LGS, or to the nearest Target or Walmart to buy the retail product. So, and of course, this product has a bunch of additional goodness, additional incentives through the achievement program. Okay, I think there's some. I'm going to talk a bit about that in this video as well. But what you don't get out of EPACK is you don't get the benefit of buying or hoarding, in this case, sealed products, because the electronic boosters or electronic packs are actually not transferable. You have to open it up eventually. Yeah, you can do breaks, you can do things like that, but you can't actually, tear open the pack, and you can't actually keep this pack for another day and sell it for a higher price. Okay. So it's also said that roughly about 75% of the total Spider-Man Metal production population is actually on EPACK, and that's roughly the same, that maybe it's close to like 30 to 40,000 boxes in totality. Now that sounds like a lot of boxes, but given that what we have seen so far, the packs are really flying off really quickly, and boxes are just keep on churning. So people are anticipating it's not going to last a couple of days, not going to last a week, So we'll see. I cannot confirm about all this information here, and I'm just reading bits and pieces here and there. But take aside the fun of ripping the actual wax itself, and we're gonna talk about the specifics, the good and the bad, in my opinion, about delving into this Upper Deck EPACK. Okay, first let's talk about the good, right? Number one, EPACK's available for everyone, everywhere, right? So anyone with an Upper Deck account, doesn't matter where you are, you can buy basically online. Right now the price hasn't been released yet, but it's assumed it's going to be around $360 a box. So that works out to be about $30 a pack. But you will be wondering, isn't that a bit low, considering that the prices on eBay at the moment is selling for about like 600 plus a box? Now we'll pin that thought for a moment and we'll come back to that later. The second point that's actually good is the achievements, as I mentioned earlier. So achievement is basically an EPACK only exclusive special card, that you can actually achieve when you hit certain particular milestones or targets, be put together a certain set, certain inserts, or open up certain things. And these achievements can come in the form of a different kind of parallel, a particular sketch and things like that. We've seen a lot of nice achievement cards in the past, and it's great for collectors and also for investors, who are thinking that due to the scarcity there is potential investment value in this thing. So they like the bunch of the ones that I love a lot, the basic ones. I think in 2020 X-Men Metal we had the black achievement, the black parallels, the Wolverine low series parallel is fetching around roughly about $1,000 at the moment in a secondary value. Compare that to the base card price, at least 100 times more. And it's not that difficult to achieve some of this if you're the kind that's going to rip lots of packs. And that's where Upper Deck actually incentivizes a lot of trading on the EPACK platform, so that people can actually put together what they actually need in order to achieve those EPACK achievement targets. Now on to the bad stuff. So the box averages have been released here. You can see this on your screen, and one noticeable detail that's actually missing in this list is that a number card, be it a PMG, a color parallel, is actually not guaranteed in the box as compared when you buy those hobby boxes. It's actually specifically stated that you get at least one number parallel. It's not actually stated in this particular listing here. Perhaps it does have a little correlation to the lower price point, which is what I mentioned earlier. But if you're ripping these boxes right in search of guaranteed PMGs, you're gonna be quite disappointed. So, and that also leads to my second point, whereby if there's no guaranteed PMGs, which means that you're gonna be breaking more than just one box to try and get these PMGs, and that will lead to, I would say, product flooding. Right, and you have to consider how much of these products that's out there. Look, when you talk about physical products, right? So Upper Deck can just print a finite number of products because the production cost, that's cost of paper, printing, foil, and all of that. But we come to electronic packs and electronic cards, and it's just digital copies are going on. They can go in thousands. So it's not surprising that Upper Deck chose the route of not guaranteeing number cards in each of these I would say in a complete box, so that there'll be lots and lots more product being churned in a sense, right? So, and it's actually no additional cost to them, right? Whether or not you have 5 digital copies, 50 digital copies, or 100 digital copies of the same base card, it's not going to make a difference to Upper Deck. But what's difference is to people like us, whereby we're just paying a lot of money for getting multiple copies of these I would say base commons, and that's where of course the counter to that is that's where the achievements comes in, right? So Upper Deck gives you incentives to kind of like stockpile, maybe let's say for example 10 of this particular base or 20 of this particular base, so you don't feel so bad. But then again, there's still lots and lots of products that's out there, and just to let you know, this is all done by design, so it's pretty smart of Upper Deck to do it this way. But that would mean that's a massive amount of cards that's going to enter into the system eventually. And lastly, talk about price adjustments. So price adjustments, what I mean is in the secondary market in terms of the singles. So obviously, if you only have about 25% of your products currently flowing in the system right now, I mentioned in my last video about the PMGs, whereby PMG greens are floating for about 1,000 plus non-main characters. We're pretty high, right? So, but then again, when a lot of these cards come into the system, you're gonna have a massive wave of cards entering. Of course, it has to take some time to flow through the system. You're not gonna go through CMC, redeem, all those kind of things back to your house. But eventually, you will see a decline in prices and secondary value in a lot of the inserts, especially the high number ones. Even PMG rates, we saw that in X-Men Battle. Okay. Tough to pull inserts, PMG greens out of 10 may still hold value, but I think that you still have to be focused on the main characters, right? And not the low characters like maybe $1,000 on Morland's not the kind of money they'll pay for. Given if it's just a PMG green out of 10, it doesn't matter. Now, bear in mind there will be collectors who try and complete the set. It's a tough endeavor. There is 200 cards in the whole list. Where you compare lists like 2017 for the Ultra, there's only 50 card insert. It's a lot easier to put together a set, and these 200 cards is a lot. So $1,000 on average on a PMG green, multiplied by 200, it's a $200,000 project. So in conclusion, do I think that Spider-Man EPACK is worth sinking your money into? Well, if you haven't had a chance to get your hands onto the hobby version of this product, to get into at least trying to get into those PMG inserts, then well, by all means, right? That the retail packs, I've seen a lot of people cracking retail packs as well. They don't have the PMGs, right? So I guess this is one way for you to get into the game at a cheaper rate. No doubt, I think that the pull rate is going to be much harder than what we saw in the hobby boxes in terms of the physical product. But beware that EPACK can be extremely addictive, right? You'll be burning away your credit card limit, by just clicking very quickly if you're not careful. It'll be a fun product to rip in a sense. There is definitely secondary value in a lot of these cards. Spider-Man metal cards, they look great, right? But if you're buying this, to flip and to gain value or to recoup value, you need to pay real close attention to the secondary value prices, because they're gonna fall really fast. When these cards flow from EPACK to ComC and ComC back to your hands. So be very careful with that. So that's my take on the EPACK that's releasing tomorrow. So good luck, guys, whoever's going to go in. This EPACK's not for me, honestly speaking, but all the best to you guys in that sense. So do like and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy this kind of content, and watch out for more future Marvel content. Till the next one, Cowboys out.